Sports is an ecosystem where there are two actors primarily. One is a sportsman who needs the facilities to excel, to perform his skills and move forward, and the spectator who has to see it and appreciate it. These were the two players for a long time till of late when private investors started coming in. That's how the sports economy comes in. The investor who comes in puts in money, maybe partly out of love for the sport, but mostly for the returns that he can get for building his business further. And where have you reached so far as that is concerned? My affiliation is to cricket, which has done very well in this field. Cricket as a body has always been well run in the country. There was always a very healthy mix of bureaucrats, businessmen, politicians. We saw that BCCI became a very powerful, rich body, and the riches have been transferred. The classic trickle-down theory has worked in cricket, so much so that we have a girl from Wayanad who is playing for India today. It has not happened in any other sport. So when I was asked to speak here, I thought I'll speak to an investor in Kerala who has invested into the game and get his feedback. Sir, I spoke to a colleague of mine, a friend of mine from medical college days, who is actively invested into football. He runs a football club which is part of the Kerala Premier League. He has invested money along with 2-3 others so that football is developed in the state. They got a coach from Goa. They got admission for the students or their wards in a college. They pay hourly rent for the facilities that they use, and then the team plays in the Kerala Premier League. They're very happy with the league, though he feels that returns from the league may take longer to come. This is something I'm sure that the KFA and the other bodies will take care of. But here, what he was saying was two aspects. Just like Secretary said, sports is not just for sports. Sports is for good health, sports is for tourism, sports is primarily for creating healthy, responsible citizens also. So when you are having a football academy in a college, the college actually benefits because students from the college can use the facility. Some of the people in the academy can study in the college. The general standard of football or whatever sport is there goes up. So why can't we make an arrangement by which wherever these academies are there, wherever they contributed to creating infrastructure, they can be given free of cost by the concerned college. It may not be a big amount, but then it will go a long way in helping the academies to feel that they are being cared for by the state. I would just touch upon 3 areas where I feel the state can make a huge difference. One is running. This is an aspect which has not been touched much. I'm a runner. I take part in marathons. And I know the allure that Kerala has for runners world over. We have lots of marathons, organized, unorganized, sponsored, non-sponsored within the state. 4 years back, there were 730 registered marathons in the country, which means almost 2 marathons every day. Last Sunday was the Mumbai Marathon, which in almost 5 lakh people participated. Kerala has many marathons. And if we can have a marathon circuit in the state, I am sure it will attract runners from all over the country and from various parts of the world. At one point of time, we had 4 soccer tournaments in the early 70s, where clubs from Calcutta would come. They play at Trivandrum, they play at Kollam, they play at Kottayam, maybe at Cochin, Trichur, and then go to Calicut and Kannur. So this sort of football circuit we had, which was actually the curtain raiser for the football tournaments. Some of the old-timers will know. It preceded it was before the Calcutta League as far as the calendar stood. So this, if you can replicate in running, there are runners who run in Cochin, there are runners who run in Vagaman. I'm sure they would love to run in Kovalam, they would like to run in Bekal, they would love to run in Wayanad. We can easily organize that. State doesn't have to spend even 1 paise on it. The only help that the running or the organizers would lead is from the police. I don't blame the police for thinking that people who run on a Sunday morning and spoil their Sundays are essentially mad. It's an extra work for the police. But if we can do some help with the state, we have a good student police cadets. If they can be organized, or if some support to the traffic warden system can be organized, it will go a long way in sponsoring a running culture. It will be good for the economy, a lot more people will come. It will be good for the tourism because people from within and outside the country would come. It will be good for the general health. A lot more people take up running, And once they take up running, it will not just lead to a healthier society, but will also find that many of the social ills that plague our societies can be wiped out. Second is about promoting two other games that is quite natural to a state. One is volleyball, the other is basketball. Well, it will require some more effort on this regard, but state can think about organizing things like crowdfunding for this. You may find it difficult to get individual investors to come in and invest in these schemes, but there will be many people who will be willing to contribute in a small measure. So if some crowdfunding pooling can be done, then there a lot more interest will come in. I have witnessed volleyball matches with packed galleries in some small villages. They would be interested in seeing the matches. Children will easily take up the game if they found that it has actually people who support it. We need not, volleyball also has got a pro league now, but before that we can actually start grooming talent. After all, we are the land of Jimmy George and other great volleyball players. Similar with basketball also. This can be done within the confines of the school or college, within the ground there, and we can easily do that. Finally, one point where I think my view might be in contradiction with those many, but I have to say that let us not build any more stadiums. Let us create grounds. When you build a stadium, we have a model in which we close the entire playing area and it becomes alien to actually the people who want to play there. We have seen such stadiums in various parts of the country which is used for probably 10 days or 15 days in a year. And actually the people who love to play are left outside. Let us get more grounds. Cricket, if you want to follow cricket as an example, cricket has developed grounds in almost all the districts in the states because they allow the people to come and play there. So let us develop more grounds, invest in grounds. Second, let us have less of synthetic track. Have 2 or 3 synthetic tracks in state and maintain them well. Having synthetic tracks is a very romantic, very beautiful idea, but maintenance of synthetic track is extremely difficult. You find at most places, people have been finding it difficult to maintain, and when a synthetic track goes into disrepair, it can actually be dangerous. So let us reduce the focus on synthetic tracks, get something more sustainable. The old tartan tracks are good, the mud tracks are good. You can start running there, and those who meet the grade can move to synthetic tracks where they can be supported by the states. Maybe a contrarian view, but these are definitely my views on the subject. Once again, I congratulate the state and hope that new initiatives will come in this area and that will provide a boost, not just for sports, but for the entire state. Thank you.